Hello and welcome. It's 1994. It is Superstars being held before the first edition of Monday Night Raw, which will be 2 hours. This is The Undertaker and Thunderfaker, which I am not doing that storyline. That storyline was weird and useless and crap. I know the horse shit, but because we're heading towards SummerSlam, and that's what we'll get up to in this episode of 1994 World Wrestling Federation. But we are in a bout that had decent wrestling with that much heat. Adam Bomb beat Bob Holly in 6:23 by pin with a powerbomb. So I'll explain to you what's going on in a second. Bob Holly 53, Adam Bomb also a 53, 55 C minus. So I'm not going to show you that. You know, you've probably just seen it. I'll explain to you what's going on in a minute. But in about that decent wrestling with that much heat, Raven defeated Virgil in 6:07 by pin with the even flow DDT. Raven 63, Virgil 49. Raven is improving in performance. Raven's probably going to get a push. But I'm going to change his gimmick, and we'll explain all of that after SummerSlam. But yeah, I don't like Jackie Polo, who was known as at this time in WWF, and I never did like it. So I'm going to revert him to his original name. Next week, live on Superstars, will be the debut of Rey Mysterio Jr. and Eddie Guerrero, the high-flying tag team. In about that October Wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Doug Williams debuts defeating Barry Horowitz. I don't know why he's got this image, because that's one of the more modern images of him. In 7:04 by pin with the Chaos Theory, Doug Williams' old school face gimmick is going to run of average. Doug Williams getting both gimmick, that's quality and colour punch going back to boost. Barry Horowitz 40, Doug Williams 33. Williams improving the Rumble. I have got rid of heels and faces in the WWF, and everything's changed a little bit, so they're rated on popularity and wrestling, which makes it a lot easier. In about that decent wrestling but damn cheat, Rob Van Dam defeats Savio Vega in 8:06 by pin for the Van Terminator. Savio Vega's debut is not suited to his gimmick, so I'll have to have a look into that in a minute. After the show, Rob Van Dam has debuted his whole freaking show gimmick above average. Now it's quality in the colour commentary match for Savio Vega 54, Rob Van Dam 61. Next is a video music video showing to promote the Steve Austin. And in about that subpar wrestling lines, the crowd heat men on the mission defeated the Hardy Boys in 8:16 when Mabel defeated Matt Hardy by pin for the big leg drop. So obviously that's Matt Hardy. It didn't look no different, but Jeff looks very different nowadays. Mo 50, Mabel 50, Matt 41, Jeff 39. They have great chemistry and team together, which is good because they're brothers. 50D plus. And then we should go into a quick video playing our main event of this edition of Superstars, WWF Superstars, which is a B show compared to Monday Night Raw. And it gets 57C minus, which is not bad. So in a poor match crush, defeat Duke Josie in 14:36 by pin for the chokeslam. Duke Josie seemed off his game. Nice quality and the colour commentary going to match a boost. Crush 62, Duke Josie 42. No work improvements. We'll end the show there. There's no specific comments because it was a B show, so it don't really matter. And this is what this is. So I have vacated the Intercontinental Championship from Diesel. It will be explained in the main card, but yeah. So Adam Bomb versus Raven and Rob Van Dam versus Crush will be in the next course of next month. We've also got Barry Howards taking on Tom Pritchard. The 1-2-3 Kid taking on the debuting Mankind. He'll be coming in next week. Hopefully, Steve Austin versus Doink the Clown. Jeff Jarrett taking on UK's number one or Scotland's terrifying giant haystacks. So, gentlemen, I'll see you when we get to Monday Night Raw. Hello and welcome back to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. In a pre-show bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Doug Williams defeated Virgil an 8-10 by pinfall. The Chaos Theory. Doug Williams were off his game. Virgil seen off his game. That's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Williams 30, Virgil 46, 42. The reason I'm not really doing a lot with Virgil is he is leaving after his contract finishes at the end of the month. I'm not renewing it. In a pre-show bout that had little heat, Raven defeated Abe Swartz in 8:02 by pinfall. Dave Flow DDT. Ace Watch 33, Raven 63. No work. There's not many angles of Francis storyline tonight. That will kick off after next week's next Sunday night's pay-per-view in your house, July. And once that's ended, and we are properly in your road to SummerSlam, which I will then after that one after SummerSlam everything will match up to be on Sunday week 4, and then after WrestleMania we'll do proper monthly pay-per-views. That will be revealed as time goes on. But in a pre-show about Terrible Wrestling Nonsense and Crowd Heat, Barry Hortz defeated Chris Kanyon 8:02 by pin of the Hortz Cradle, and Barry Hortz 31, Chris Kanyon 40. Chris Kanyon improving performance. Nice. Or Cryon. I want to announce that next week these will probably be a load of pre-show 6-man and 4-man tag matches because of the amount of people who are signing. We've got a lot. In a decent pre-show match, Bob Holly defeated Crush in 802 by with a drop kick. Bob Holly 54, Crush 55. No work appearance. There is quite a few angles, but they're not really written by me. There's a few written by me. But in a full pre-show match, Drew Josie defeated Brian Lee in 829 by pin for the Trash Compactor. Brian Lee 58, Drew Josie. Ted DiBiase did some good work at ringside. That's probably in the colour commentary game match abuse. I forgot Ted DiBiase's managing Brian Lee because he was known as the Fake Taylor. I'll sort that out later. In a pre-show bout, had decent wrestling, little heat. Tom Pritchard and Rick Martel defeated Rob Van Dam and Madman Pondo in 733 Retardo defeated Madman Pondo. Rob Van Dam, Rob Van Dam and Felix and chemistry team together. Madman Pondo 33, RVD 70, Rick Martel 69, and Tom Pritchard 57. No word crews. You might see a change. I have closed it down because we're not going to advance it. It's only going to be advanced on the Superstars. But you might see him getting quite far in that tournament for the Intercontinental title because he's amazing. So video right here. So this is the opening for Monday Night Raw. You know that weird music. Bret Hart, Diesel, Michaels, Undertaker, Yokozuna, Owen Hart, Lex Luger, and Razor Ramon. An A1B to open up tonight's Monday Night Raw. Owen is not suited to his gimmick. Great. Owen Hart is developing better performances. I'll have to have a look into that. Of course, I'm going to keep certain storylines going. Not the shit one of The Undertaker versus Fake Taker. That's gone. And a lot of other storylines going into some time. But this one's the same. But Brett, we are live and uncooked. This is Raw and we are live. You see, not only are we live, we're on TV for 2 hours. You see, SummerSlam is just around the corner and I'm going to make a promise. I will defend the gold live on pay-per-view for you also fans. You see, now I'm going to have someone come after. I know I'm going to have someone come after my goal. But this is my time to shine. And Owen's music hits and he goes, Brett, you're looking at me. Brett, you're looking at me. I'm what a champion is made of. I'm the one they want in the main event of SummerSlam. I think I should have me a shot. Have the shot. I should have a shot I deserve. You see, I'm the King of the Ring winner and I deserve a shot. So yeah, if you know your WWF history, we're going to go along with the fact that he did win the King of the Ring. Brett, fine, in your house, I'll let you get a chance to prove yourself when me and The Undertaker will take you and your partner on. If your team wins, you go get me at SummerSlam. And then he goes, my partner, let me think, it'll be Jim Nadine Hart. Now, I'm not going to book that because it will change later on in the night on Monday Night Raw, but yeah. So yeah, in your house, still going to be 2 hours into after WrestleMania. And then after that, I will then put them up to 3 hours and have the Big Four going on. But everything's going to be moved around a bit next year after Royal Rumble. So be aware of that. It's all going to move around a little bit. But an 8-1B after WrestleMania, I think it's going to change in order of how it all works out. Because, I like to book my shows. But in a decent wrestling, decent wrestling with downward cheat, Savio Vega defeated Adam Bond in 720 by pin for the Caribbean kick. Savio Vega's not suited to his gimmick, so that's another one I've got to do. Adam Bond 57, Savio Vega 59. So I'm just going to quickly jot Owen and Savio. There we go. So them two are jotted. I'll have a look at that afterwards. In a decent match, Typhoon. Steve Austin defeated Typhoon by pin for the Stone Cold Stunner. Steve Austin debuts unique, charismatic gimmick's going to be great. Jim Austin running show with all comparing to go on commentary. Good job he's not doing it after tonight. Now it's quality in the colour commentary match with Typhoon 55, Steve Austin a 78. That is why he's here at 64C. And then we see a room with coffins in. With coffins in. And there's one in the centre behind Paul and The Undertaker. They're standing. And Paul gets on the mic and he goes, Sean, you have pissed off my Undertaker. Oh, yes. You have in this now. You who is targeting. Oh, yes. You see this coffin behind me? It is your coffin. And we'll put you in this coffin once and for all. Be ready, Sean. Be ready. It's only 3 bin minus for Paul Bearer and Undertaker. But yeah, that's going to prove what's going on in a minute. But in a battle of subpar wrestling, a little heat, the Rock and Roll Express defeated Double Trouble in 824 when Ricky Morton defeated Double Trouble 2 by pins the double drop kick. Ricky Morton Robert's going to show next Chemistry team together. So Jim Ross and Randy Savage again. Double Trouble 37, Double Trouble 140, Robert Gibson 63, and Ricky Morton 62. Double Trouble 1 and is improving performance of Rumble. So it's not bad when they're improving. Then we see Sean and Owen in the back, which does advance these two storylines, and Owen's not suited to his gimmick. Already got that written down. Owen, glad I found you. Did you see what happened earlier? Look, me and you in your house, July. Tag up. You got a problem with Brett, and Undertaker's got a problem with me. And Owen goes, yeah, I'll explain to Jim. He'll understand. Let's win, so I'll get my shot at SummerSlam. They shake hands as Owen walks off. So your main event for July in your house has been booked on the very first edition of Monday Night Raw. I ain't booking anything else just yet, because I've got some plans for it. As you'll see, storylines will advance, but it's going to be Undertaker and Bret Hart taking on Shawn Michaels and, of course, Owen Hart. So, yeah, that's your main event of the night. Instead of stick to in your house how it used to be, you know, tag matches and not many title matches and very rare. They never really advanced much of the storylines, so just way getting a bit more money. But in a battle at Subpar Wrestling, the Bushwhackers and Smoking Guns defeated Well Done and the Hardy Boys. In 824, when Billy Gunn defeated Timothy Wow by pinfall, the Gunslinger. Steve Dunn's not suited to his gimmick, nor is Timothy Wow. Okay, Steve Dunn and Timothy Wow. That's the Well Done Boys, isn't it? So let's just write that down. Sorry about this, guys, but this is stuff I don't know because I need to make sure that everyone is got a gimmick they're suited to so that they can perform to their best of ability. Battlegun 57, Billy Gunn 50, Bushwhacker Luke 46, Bushwhacker Booch 41, Matt Hardy 33, Jeff Hardy 43, Timothy Well 30, Steve Dunn 40. Timothy Well in performance, Bushwhacker in performance, Jeff Hardy in performance, and Bart Gunn in performance. So everyone is being rated between their popularity and the performance, so it's weighted equally between them. Hence why some of the ratings are not as good as others. So Bam Bam Bigelow and Yokozuna are backstage and embrace out, and these two start brawling with each other. And it's been confirmed that that will be a match you'll get to see live on In Your House. It's going to be Bam Bam Bigelow versus Yokozuna. Yeah, I'm kidding. It's going to be a 6-man tag match, and I will announce that now. You'll know where some of these storylines are going. It's going to be Bam Bam Bigelow, the returning Roddy Piper, as you just saw in the angle. The returning Roddy Piper. Tanaka. Where's Yokozuna? Yokozuna's there. Tanaka, Yokozuna. And then it's going to be... where's he now? Is he not from Mikado? Yes. Jerry. So it'll be Jerry Lawler. And he will be taking on Doink the Clown. So there's your two good teams. I know I've got that for a fact right. And you'll see that all advance at the pay-per-view. But in an exceptional match, The Undertaker and Bret Hart defeated Roddy Piper and Bam Bam Bigelow in 8-19 when Bret Hart defeated Bam Bam Bigelow by pinfall victory roll. Undertaker and Paul Bearer Great Christ drew Roddy Piper's Dave's cocky gimmick. So Bret Hart 94, Undertaker 92, Bam Bam Bigelow 79 and Roddy Piper 82. So yeah, the idea behind this is these two are getting prepared for their in-house match. Undertaker improved performance and Roddy Piper in Rumble. But Roddy Piper's back in full time. The music video shown is on screen now to promote Mankind, ready for his match in a few weeks. An extremely short match, Jeff Jarrett defeats Bob Backlund in 4 minutes 06 by pinfall. Announced quality in the colour commentary together match of Boost, Backlund 64, Jarrett 58. Jeff Jarrett improving in Rumble, a 55 C-. And then we've got Jerry Lawler in the back. So, we have a stupid clown running about, and next up on Monday Night Raw, I'm going to beat him to a pulp. So it's got a 73 B-. And in a decent match, Jerry Lawler defeated Doink the Clown in 8:28 by pinfall. Doink the Clown was really off his game. That's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Jerry Lawler 67. Doink 45. No work improvements. And then Vince McMahon, aka me, comes out and announces that he is the new authority figure of the company. And I do need to complete my gimmick change. There we go. In a battle of decent match from Dynamite Heat, the Headshrinkers defeated Men on a Mission in 8-7 when for 2 defeated Mabel by pinfall. The diving headbutt, of course, the main defense was 6. Mo 50, Mabel 51, Fuji 61, Samu 60. The Fuji did some good work alongside Jim Ross. And yeah, I know they're not going to be doing it next week. They weren't meant to be doing it this week. For 2 Rumble, for 2 Performance, a Samu Performance, 52D+. And of course, the Smoking Guns run in and attack them, beating them down to the mat. And at your house, it will be the Smoking Guns taking on... where are they? Smoking Guns, taking on the Head Shrinkers. There we are. Oh, beautifully done. We've now got the hamster out and she's eating toast, so if you want to see that, that'll be interesting. In a battle had great heat and good wrestling, Yokozuna defeated Tanaka in 8:22 by pinning with a Bonzo roll following interference from Body Piper. It wasn't meant to be interference, it was meant to be distraction. But Tanaka 72, Yokozuna 70. No work improvements. Yokozuna in technical, Yoko in performance, and Tanaka in performance. It's only 1 C+. Bam Bam Bigelow comes out and attacks Yokozuna. A video plays hyping Diesel and Razor versus Luger and Savage, your main event of the night. Gets a 75 B-. Shh. In a superb match, Lex Luger and Randy Savage defeated Razor Ramon and Diesel in 14:47 when Randy Savage defeated Razor by pinfall. Diesel was real off his game. Razor and Diesel straight up to team together. Diesel, he got 74, Razor 91, Randy Savage 80, Lex Luger 69. Diesel in technical and Diesel in performance. So there's the storylines coming to that. 75 B-. And then on the decent post-show match, this is after Raw goes off the air. 1-2-3 Kid and the Barbarian defeat Jim Nadine and Iron R. Stricer IRS in 7:58 when 1-2-3 Kid defeat RIS by pinfall. WLC did some good work at ringside. That's quality lifting the match. Barbarian 63, 1-2-3 Kid 67, RIS 57, Jim Nadine not 66. No work improvements. And then in the post-show match for Battle had superb wrestling and great heat. Shawn Michaels defeated Owen Hart by pinfall Sweet Chin Music. Owen's not suited his gimmick. Owen 85, Shawn 88, Owen in Rumble, Michaels in performance. And that's a 54 C-. But we get a 66 C+, but the general thing is that we don't have enough interesting storylines. We increase the popularity in 12 regions and losses popularity in 11 regions, which is not good. That's popular. So we'll see what happens next week, but we're going to have to work on this company a bit because, of course, not everyone is as good in the ring, and some people have got better popularity, so I'll see what I can do about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you live next week for another edition of Monday Night Raw. Hello and welcome back. It's WWF Superstar, so we're going to be going up to SummerSlam in this episode. I've made that decision, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to record this, so I might stop recording this series to get the next episode of Falling Star Wrestling done at some point, ready for next week. The Jeff Jarrett got 63, Loch Ness Monster got 42, and no work improvements, but the Loch Ness Monster advances in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, which will continue at WWF In Your House July, as it is called. And then there'll be some changes to the setup after WrestleMania next year, as you'll probably know how I like to set that stuff up. But in about that decent wrestling without much heat, Steve Austin defeated Doink the Clown in 5:34, 5 minutes 43 by pinfall the Stone Cold Stunner. Steve Austin 71, Doink 51, no work improvement 64 C, so Doink is out of the tournament. Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero cut a backstage promo. Rey Mysterio Jr. above average, Eddie Guerrero below average. No work improvements. He's a mid-carder already in the company. Rey Mysterio is a low mid-carder, so they're going to tag for a while. Just to help them guys out. And in about that decent wrestling with decent crowd heat, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero defeated the Hardy Boys in 6:02, and Rey Mysterio defeated Jeff Hardy by pinfall with a 6'9" /frog splash combo. Matt Hardy was really cool. Eddie Guerrero's really off his game. These two have great chemistry and tagging together. That's quality in the colour comes to go match boost. Hardy 43, Jeff 54, Eddie 69, Ray 67. Rey Mysterio proven in Rumble, Hardy in Rumble, and Matt in performance. Nice. 64C. In a decent match, the Nasty Boys returned from WCW to defeat the Smoking Guns in 7:54 when Brian Knobbs defeated Bart Gunn by pinfall with a trip to Nastyville. During the match, we also saw Fatu run and attack Bart Gunn and Samoa attack Billy Gunn. Of course, I thought we'd advance the WWF World Tag Team Championship storyline for this. Brian Knobbs debuts Punk gimmick, got a point of average. Brian Knobbs getting better his gimmick. Jerry Saggs debuted his Punk gimmick. It's going to go great. Jerry Saggs 70, Brian Knobbs 67, Bart Gunn 61, Billy Gunn 55. Jerry Saggs is the ring win performance of. So Jerry Saggs improving performance skills, which is good. Nice to see the Nasty Boys back in the WWF. News would do bad, but I thought it'd make sense on WWF Superstars. Chris Daniels cut some backstage promo. I didn't write it out. I just thought I'd throw it in because I'm not going to write angles out for Superstars. I'm just going to throw random angles in. But it'll probably be something like, I have arrived. The fallen angel has arrived in the WWF. Only just been in the world for a few years, and now the fallen angel is the golden boy. Next up in the battle, had subpar wrestling analysis and crowd heat. Barry Horwitz defeated Tom Pritchard in 7:32 by pinfall. The Horwitz cradle. Tom Pritchard 55, Barry Horwitz 35. No work of business quality lifted a match in the collar commentary going to match Bruce 49D plus. That was going to be the main event, and I realised these two are lower mid card and opener. So, and then after this, we get a video hyping up 1-2-3 Kid versus Mankind. Gets a 74 B minus. In the battle, had good wrestling and a decent match of card. Mankind defeated 1-2-3 Kid in 15:27 by pinfall the double arm DDT. Mankind's debut, his crazy gimmick, is going to show very good. Mankind's getting better. He's going 1-2-3 Kid 64. Mankind had a ring win performance of 81. That is the Undertaker's. What is at the back stream? I'm going to sort that out after the debut. I'm going to change that for the rest of the episode. Mankind improved in performance. We end the show. Gets a 69 C plus. I mean, that's better than what we did last week, but Mankind has debuted. I will now go ahead and I will show you the results. So, Adam Bomb will take on Raven, and this is all going to happen in your house. The next 4 matches will happen in your house. The finals will happen at SummerSlam. So, Adam Bomb will be taking on Raven. Rob Van Dam will be taking on Crush. Barry Horwitz will take on Mankind, and Steve Austin will take on Loch Ness. That will all be happening in your house this Sunday. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on Monday night. Welcome back. It is live. It is Monday Night Raw. Thank you for joining us inside the visual arena. I hope your tickets were cheap. But we open up with a pre-show about subpar wrestling and Little Heat as Men on the Mission and Double Trouble defeated Rey Mysterio and Eddie. As they went against Well Done in 5:43 and Double Trouble defeated Timothy Well by pinfall. Yeah, we know that. Hence why they're having a gimmick change. Hooray! I actually did it. So there you go, guys. They won't get that message anymore. Double Trouble 40, Double Trouble 1, 37, Mo 35, Mabel 50, Timothy Well 35, Steve Dunn 43, Eddie and Ray 75 and 70. Rey Mysterio is improving in performance. A 58 C minus for this pre-show match tonight. Oh, by the way, Monday Night Raw's WWF is about to get a lot more interesting. Believe you me. Right, and before we continue, I thought I'd be here I thought we'd wait until we get to the main card, but we... I better not do that, actually. So, when we've done after we've revealed one of the new matches, or changed to the card, I will then do it. So, in a feature about subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Onslaught defeated the Hardy Boys in 7:50 when Chris Daniels defeated Jeff Hardy by pinfall for the last rights. Matt Hardy 52, Jeff Hardy 57, Doug Williams 41, Chris Daniels 33, no workarounds. I have got the Road Warriors, but they're out injured one of them's out injured for a year, so both of them are on contract, and one of them's got paid leave for the next few months until his partner comes back, so they won't be on screen until at least next year. But so until that time, we'll see how the Onslaught go, but they'll be around, just keeping the tag division exciting. And in pre-show match, we had subpar wrestling non-existent crowd heat. Chris Jericho, Joe Lynn, and Doink defeated Virgil, Dunk Drozes, and Barry Horwitz in 7:24 when Doink the Clown defeated Barry Horwitz by pinfall the Whoopee Cushion. He's leaving at the end of the month. Chris Jericho, Davey Ziegler, Maniac. He's gone from below average. Joe Lynn, Show Stealer. He's not going to show of average. Nats Quality lifted the match. The colour commentary match of boost. Barry Horwitz 39. Duke Drozy 43. Virgil 49. Doink the Clown 49. Joe Lynn 53. And Chris Jericho 52. Lynn Technal, Duke Flying, Duke Performance. Virgil Technal and Performance. But he is not going to be around much longer, so I don't really care about him. In a poor pre-show match, Typhoon defeated Loch Ness Monster in 7:52 by pinfall of the Tidal Wave. Nats Quality and the colour commentary match of boost. Loch Ness 41. Typhoon 54. No work improvements. We'll move on. In a pre-show battle, subpar wrestling and Little Heat, BG James, Al Snow, Chris Canyon and Abe Swartz defeat Chris Benoit, Iron R. Strelcher, Isaac Yankum DDS. You'll hopefully know where that's going to go eventually. And Sofia Vega in 8:23 when Al Snow defeated Sofia Vega by pinfall the Snowplow. In terms of ring work, Chris Benoit was head and shoulders above everyone else. Abe Swartz was the late ring to keep everyone else's before in ring performance. BG James, old school face, below average. Al Snow, crazy, awful. Al Snow's getting better at his gimmick, so is Abe. Chris Denmark debuted his Rabid Wolverine gimmick. So average, Isaac Young from Monster, below average. Savio Vega's not suited to his gimmick. Savio Vega sustained a knee ligament damage. Great. Chris Benoit came out of this match looking good. A 29, Chris Kanyon 40, Al Snow 40, B Jones 48, Savio Vega 56, Isaac Young 45, IRS 52. Another wrestler that needs going to be getting quite a big push down is Chris Benoit. Benoit improving Rumble and Savio Vega. There you go, Savio. He's now a badass gimmick. He shouldn't complain. Yeah, we know. Oh, Chris Kanyon got him injured. Shit. In the previous bout, I had decent wrestling with Dominic Cheek, Crush, Brian Lee, 1-2 for a good defeat, Jeff Jarrett by the Barbarian and Tom Pritchard in 8:29, 1-2 for a kid defeat, Pritchard by pinfall. 1-2-3 Kid 62, Lee 51, Crush 58, Pritchard 52, Barbarian 62, and Jeff Jarrett 60. Temperature improving performance, a nice 60C. Nice 78B to open up the night. Just a video playing showing Bret Hart, Yokozuna, The Undertaker, Randy Savage, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Deez, and Joe Lawler. Some of the big names of Monday Night Raw being shown on that. Oh, this was fucked to high heavens. And I forgot to say before I went into this, so I ain't going to go back. Just ignore that's Bart Gunn and pretend that's Bret Hart. So we're in Vince McMahon's office. And that is David Boy Smith. And he goes, why are you and David Boy, who is not contracted as coming in my office? Bret goes, I know. You and Dave have not seen eye to eye, but give him a chance. This Sunday, make it a 6-man tag. This could be huge. WCW are doing better than us, and we need this, which they are at the moment. And Vince goes, fine. Bret, the rule is I will give him the opportunity if he faces someone here tonight on Raw. If he can do that, then he gets his opportunity. By the way, you better get him to that ring. The match is next. And Bret just goes, thanks, Vince. You won't regret this. Of course, I've changed the picture as promised. So it's a video case of highlights, I think. So in a decent match, David Boy Smith defeated Jim Nadine Hart in 7:04 by pinfall running slam. David Boy 69, Jim Nadine 70. David Boy in performance and Jim in Rumble. David Boy was really off his game. That's fine. He's making his first appearance, and that is why I showed you wait until after this. I wanted Shawn Michaels, Owen and Jim to tag with Shawn Michaels, so I brought in David Boy. That match was already set, but now we'll just add in the other matches, so actually In Your House July is looking quite exciting. As we've got Adam Bomb, if I can find him, taking on Raven, but Raven is nowhere to be found. Where is Raven at the moment? Okay, I will need to work out where Raven is. This is what I had a problem with earlier, so I think Raven's injured at the moment. I'm not 100% sure, but if Raven is injured, then he'll have to forfeit his spot for this coming Sunday night, but he should be taking on Adam Bomb. We've got RVD, the economical Rob Van Dam. He will be in action. He will be taking on Crush. So Crush versus Rob Van Dam is going to be live in Your House July. We've got, I know one of the matches is Loch Ness Monster taking on Steve Austin. I will promise you now, this is not going to be the standard squash match for the Monster. I've already got an idea of who I want to win, but that might change depending on performance, and now the internet is opening. Barry Horowitz versus Mankind as well. So that's going to be happening, Barry Horowitz and Mankind. I can't see, and I won't be able to check, but I'll have a look after this to see where Raven is and see if Raven will be back in time. If not, I will make a decision, which will be announced on In Your House. But yeah, 70C plus to open up the night, not bad. In about had good wrestling and decent match. The crowd, the Steiner Brothers defeated Nasty Boys in 6:48 when Rick Steiner defeated Jerry Sags by pinfall the Steiner Sizer. So the Steiner Brothers are back as well. Rick Steiner, old school face. Scott Steiner has got initial grade. Both of them got initial grade. Scott Steiner 80, Rick Steiner 82, Jerry Sags 73, Brian Knobbs 66. Now, after this match, what? I don't think it would have been on the thing of me, but after this match, it was kind of said on commentary that the Steiner Brothers, but they didn't want the rules in. So for the first time for quite some time, the Nasty Boys will be taking on the Steiner Brothers in kind of like a brawl-based match. I don't think it'll do very well, but yeah, that's what the Nasty Boys do. There'll be a rematch. I think that's quite important to get across. So Shawn Michaels and Diesel are in the back, and Shawn goes, "Look, I know we're good friends, but let's go our own way for a bit. But if you need me, you know where I am." And Diesel goes, "That's fine. Thanks for all the help." He shakes his hand, and then he goes to walk off, but he turns. His eyes have gone bright red, and he attacks Shawn. And then we hear the Undertaker's voice come out, like it would be like Diesel's voice is talking, but it's actually Undertaker. "I control anyone, anywhere, anytime." And he does this evil Michael laugh. Yes, we are going for the creepy Undertaker. In a battle that had decent wrestling, but WWF, Adam Bomb defeated Rick Martel in 8:22 by pinfall powerbomb. Rick Martel 67, Adam Bomb 50. Rick Martel's improving performance. Razor Ramon takes Randy Savage backstage and just leads him down and out. Ooh, in a decent match, Hacksaw Jim Duggan makes his return, tagging with the Smoking Guns, taking on the Head Shrinkers and Mankind, which Jim Duggan defeats Samu by a running clothesline tackle. In terms of ring work, Mankind has head and shoulders over nuts. Jim Duggan debuted his Patriot gimmicks got a of average. The performance of Mankind stood out as being good. Bart Gunn 53, Billy Gunn 50, Jim Duggan 60, Mankind at an 82 for 253 and Samu 55. Mankind of Rumble and for 2 in performance. The Head Shrinkers will finally vanish from our screens eventually, and probably so will the Smoking Guns. You know, I'm not really into Billy Gunn, but there you go. So, Tanaka is backstage, and he goes, "So Roddy is back, and he targets me. Roddy Piper, you've not been around for ages. You can't barge in here and attack me. This is the home of the new generation. Out with the old and in with the new. I'm coming for you. I'm taking you out, Roddy, and this Sunday night, I'm going to show you what I'm made of. Join Jim on commentary to see my match, and you might change your mind." So, at the pay-per-view in your house July, Tanuku will be in action. He will be taking on someone very special. He makes his return tonight. He will be taking on Terry Funk in action. I know he's 50 at this time, but hey, he's still wrestling now. Rob Van Dam is improving performance, but in a battle had decent wrestling, but little heat. Rob Van Dam defeated Bob Holly by pinfall of Van Terminator. Bob Holly 54, Rob RVD 56, a 58C-. This show is crap. In a superb match, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Razor Ramon, and Tanaka defeated Roddy Piper, Randy Savage, The Undertaker, and Lex Luger, when Shawn Michaels defeated Lex Luger by pinfall. The Undertaker and Paul Bearer have great chemistry. Tanaka 69, Razor 79, Diesel 71, Michaels 92, Luger 71, Taker 82, Randy Savage 88, and Roddy 81. So all these storylines advance to the segment, gets 70C, 71C+. Michaels improving performance, Savage in performance, and Tanaka in performance, which is good. And Bram goes, and then Bam Bam is in the back. I don't know why I said Bram, I'm thinking of Falling Star now. And he goes, "Last week, I shocked everyone going after Yokozuna. You see, why did I do that? You see, why I did that is because he is an idiot. And he needs to be taught a lesson about respect." So before he can finish his speech, basically Yokozuna runs in, beating down Bam Bam Bam. He picks him up and throws him into a set of metal boxes before walking off. 71C+. An extremely short match. Bob Backlund defeated Bam Bam by pinfall after interference from Yokozuna. Bob Backlund 58, Bam Bam 75. No word for him, 70C+. Then we have a video hyping up this Sunday night's version of In Your House, as the Smoking Guns will take on the Head Shrinkers. And then in the battle, they had good wrestling and a decent match of crowd. Arn Anderson defeated Jerry Lawler in 8:02 by pinfall after distraction from Doink the Clown. So basically, he's wrestling Arn Anderson, who makes his return to WWE World Wrestling Federation. And Doink the Clown comes out and basically puts a pie in his face. And that's how he loses. Anderson and Jake Lawler have great chemistry. Arn Anderson 80, Jerry Lawler 68. No work improvements, but he's debuted his Enforcer gimmick. In about that good heat and decent wrestling, Sid Vicious defeated Yokozuna in 8:29 when Yokozuna's can out fighting Bam Bam Bigelow at ringside. Sid Vicious 64, Yokozuna 68. No work improvements. Sid Vicious debuted his Monster gimmick. I might just go for them being rated on popularity. Sting is shown arriving backstage. What the hell? Sting is here? Oh, we'll have to see what's going on there in a bit more detail. In about that decent wrestling without much heat, the Bushwhackers defeated Rock and Roll Express at 6:15 when Bushwhacker Butch defeated Ricky Morton by pinfall with a battering ram. Ricky Morton Roberts going to show that extreme chemistry team together, and that's quality and the colour commentary match boost. Bushwhacker Luke 48, Bushwhacker Butch 54, Robert Gibson 63, and Ricky Morton 60. Robert Gibson in performance, Bushwhacker Butch in performance, not bad, a 60C. And then we see a main event of the evening is going to be Terry Funk and Bret Hart taking on Owen Hart and Austin. And it gets a 79B. In a battle that had great wrestling, and good heat. Owen Hart and Steve Austin defeat Terry Funk and Bret Hart in 15:30 when Owen Hart defeated Terry Funk by pinfall. Terry Funk debuted his Extremist gimmick. He's got a strain of average. Owen Hart has got his debut is not suited to his gimmick. And we'll deal with that in a second. Oh, God. What the hell was that? Don't even know what that button does. So, Bret Hart 93, Funk 80, Steve Austin 72, Owen Hart 85. Terry Funk in technical and flying, even though he's 50. Owen Hart in performance and Steve Austin in performance, which is not bad. The WWF storyline has answered that. There we go. He's got his old school heel gimmick instead of an angry young man. We end the Raw show tonight with 68, and we don't have enough interesting storylines going on. And this show increased our popularity in 12 regions, but lost its popularity in 11 regions. I'm going to change the strict storyline because that is what's killing us at the moment, I think. Because we're not going to be able to get storylines up to a 77 with the roster we've got. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you live next week for another, live on Sunday, actually, for In Your House July. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back. I pushed the wrong button then. I was trying to stream. I don't want to stream. WWF Judgment Day, In Your House Judgment Day 1994, being held by World Wrestling Federation in front of 30,000 people, 788 people at the Johnny Floyd Stadium. So, I picked up on something. This man here, our figurehead, was causing us some major issues and problems, so he's no longer our figurehead. But in a pre-show battle at Terrible Wrestling Nonsense crowd heat, he was just brought in for one night to get Rick Mattel over. He defeated Dave Powell in 740, Rick Mattel 59, Dave Powell 23, Dave Powell in technical and performance, and Rick Mattel improving performance. So Dave Power might get a job at our new training camp. In an abysmal match, Chris Kangan defeated Violent J. This should have opened up the night, but 35 for Chris Kangan, Violent J 16. Let's move on. In a terrible pre-show match, Men on the Mission defeat Double Trouble in 741 by pinfall. Mabel defeat Double Trouble 1 by pinfall. Double Trouble 34, Double Trouble 138, Mo 51, Mabel 49. I think we're going to go back to having an equally rated between popularity and in performance, to be honest, but ayo. In a terrible pre-show match, Abe Swartz defeated BJ James in 8:21 by pinfall with a swinging neckbreaker. Abe 27, BJ James 54, no work events. So definitely, Abe and BG are not suited to their gimmicks. Don't know why. BG and... So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a lot with BG without causing some problems. But here we go. I've never noticed that before, but there we go. We don't have a big opening promo, but we're getting 82B, which is nice to see. So it might actually be working out for us. And we see Jim Ross and Jim Cornette. We'll ignore Sting for a minute. Welcome to In Your House Judgment Day. Tonight, live, we've got action like nothing you've seen before. And Cornette is here with some huge news. Yes, that idiot Jerry Lawler has left us for WCW, so he's out of tonight's card. Also, Raven is out for up to 7 months, and tonight Adam Bomb will be taking on Chris Benoit, who won a fatal 4-way at last night's live event. We hear fans cheering, and Sting walks up to the desk, and Sting goes, "Woo! This crowd is wild tonight. Look, I know that Vader is here, and I want him in that ring at SummerSlam. I've just signed my contract, which means I'll be in action here tonight. But I want Vader. I know you're here. You jumped ship to get away from me. I'm here too. Woo! You cannot get away from a Stinger. Woo! I don't know what I'm doing. He used to do those walls. So Jim Ross was very underwhelming, which I thought might be the case, but Jim Cornette did alright. It's just a nice way to open the show, saying that Sting's now signed his contract with Vince McMahon, and he's going to be in action later on tonight, quite early on. So our first 4 matches, ladies and gentlemen, is the first match of the evening is Chris Benoit taking on Adam Bomb, and it gets a 66C plus. Adam Bomb 56, Chris Benoit 73. No work improvements. Yes, I've done that. You've probably just seen all the results, but I don't care because you want to see them anyway. In a decent match, Steve Austin defeated Loch Ness. Loch Ness 44, Steve Austin 74. No work for 64C. Nice. In a decent match, Mankind defeated Barry Horowitz in 749 by pin for the double DDT. Barry Horowitz 43, Mankind 81. Barry Horowitz improved in performance. Nice. And in a battle that had decent wrestling done with Rob Van Dam defeated Crush in 803 by pin for the Van Terminator. Rob Van Dam 51, Crush 57. No work for 56C minus. Now we can confirm that the next 4 matches won't be happening on Superstars. So Adam Bomb, why does it say Adam Bomb when Adam Bomb didn't win? Ooh, because that was Ben. Benoit. I'm going to spell it wrong, I know. Don't judge, I am no good at this. But on Monday Night Raw this coming week, you're going to get to see these great, exciting matches. So the idea behind Chris Benoit taking his place was the fact that at this time I thought that, you know, WWE were doing all these sort of live events. So, oh dear, someone's missing, we'll quickly do a live event match and announce it on the pay-per-view. I need to get pay-per-view in Britain because we ain't got it at the moment. So it'll be Benoit, I think we'll run down to lower mid-carder, yeah. Versus Chris Benoit. That's going to be an amazing match. Really look forward to that. And then the other one is Steve Austin taking on Mankind. Now, I did have an idea of who I wanted to win. Now I don't know. Because all four of these guys have been proving me wrong with their in-ring ability. But we'll see. In a good match, Sting defeated Arn Anderson in 7:39 by pinfall to Bullfrog following botched interference from Vader. These two don't click. Vader's Days Monster has got very good. Arn Anderson 68. Sting 76. No work improvements. The Sting vs Vader storyline advances segment. Yes, we are going with Sting versus Vader. Okay. So I guess 70C plus. Then I basically book a match between Vader and Sid Vicious. Nice. So Sid Vicious will be taking on Vader later on in the night. Keep an eye out for that. In the battle, I had great wrestling and a decent match from the crowd. The Nasty Boys defeated Steiner Brothers in a street fight in 6:59 when Knobs defeated Scott Steiner by a pinfall with a trip to Nastyville. 73B minus. Nice. Joey Sags 78, Brian Knobs 72, Scott Steiner 82, and Rick Steiner 89. No work improvements. Obviously, doing it the way I'm doing it now, it works. In a poor match, the Barbarian defeated Al Snow in 6:42 by pinfall the Kick of Fear. Al Snow 36, the Barbarian 55, the Barbarian improving Rumble and Flying, a 50D plus. In a decent match, the Rock and Roll Express defeated the Bushwhackers in 7:49 when Ricky Morton defeated Bushwhacker Booch by pinfall the double dropkick of 64C. Bushwhacker 47, Luke 47, Butch 52, Gibson 76, Ricky Morton 67. Rock Gibson in performance and Bushwhacker in performance. In about that, decent wrestling with Emma Cheat, Jerry Lynn, Tom Pritchard, Brian Lee, and Bob Holly defeated RRS, Jeff Jack, Typhoon, and Doink the Clown in 8:30 when Bob Holly defeated Doink the Clown by pinfall the dropkick. The announced quality in the colour commentary match produced Bob Holly 52, Brian Lee 62, Tom Pritchard 57, Jerry Lawler 45, not Jerry, Jerry Lynn 45, Doink the Clown 47, Typhoon 55, Jeff Jack 64, IRS 58. Jerry Lynn in performance, Bob Holly in Rumble, Bob Holly in performance, and Tom Pritchard in performance. Not bad, a 60C. This gets a 68C in a decent match. Tom Tanakam, or whatever he's called at this time, I can never pronounce it, defeated Terry Funk in 8:12 by pinfall the Tomahawk Chop. And these two don't click. He got a 62, and Terry Funk got a 72. The Piper's return gets storyline, Terry Funk flying skills. And after the match, Roddy Piper gets out of the chair and runs in and attacks, beating down Tanaka down into the mat. In a battle of Subpar Wrestling Little Heat, Chris Jericho defeated Duke Josie in 7:13. Duke Josie 46, Chris Jericho 54, no work improvements. Virgil will be gone out of the company in the next 8 days, I looked today. Bob Backlund defeated 123 Kid, a 63C, 61, Bob Backlund 58, no work improvements. These are just random matches we threw together. 53C minus, not as bad. He actually got better than I thought it would. I thought he'd get a B. But about that Subpar Wrestling and non-existent crowd, the Hardy Boys defeated Onslaught, Well Done, and Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero in 7:37. The other elimination was Onslaught, so Chris Daniels and Doug Williams. Then Rey Mysterio and Eddie, and then finally Well Done. In terms of ring work, Eddie Guerrero's head and shoulders better than us. Chris Daniels witness to Guerrero's performance, that's fine. Jeff and Matt Hardy have great chemistry. Eddie Guerrero 69, Ray 56. Doug 36, Christopher 26, Timothy 44, Steve Dunn 46, Matt Hardy 44, Jeff Hardy 49. Rey Mysterio in technical and performance, Doug in performance, Steve Dunn in Rumble and performance. Not bad, you guys. In a decent match, Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Jim Duggan in 7:07 by pinfall, following botching defense by Yokozuna. Jim Duggan 57, Bam Bam Bigelow 70. Jim Duggan improving performance, 66C plus. In a battle of Subpar Wrestling a Little Heat, Isaac Yankum DDS defeated Virgil in 6:39 by pinfall the chokeslam. Icon Yankus DDS 44, Virgil 48. He was way off his game, no work for his 48D plus. In a battle had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, the Smoking Guns defeated the Head Shrinkers in 14 minutes 58 when Billy Gunn defeats Samu by pinfall with a side winder. The Smoking Guns win the World Wrestling Federation World Tag Team Championships. Bart Gunn 55, Billy Gunn 52 for 253 and Samu 55. Bart Gunn in flying and for 2 in technical, 55 C-. In a superb match, Vader defeated Sid Vicious in 7:36 by pinfall. Sid Vicious 66, Vader nearly at 90. He's improved in performance. He's at an 89 there. There's a 70 C+. In a battle, had subpar wrestling and great heat. Lex Luger and Randy Savage defeated Razor Ramon and Diesel in 7:48 when Lex Luger defeated Razor Ramon by pinfall. Razor Ramon showed action cover stream together. Diesel 81, Razor Ramon 94, Randy Savage 91, and Lex Luger 75. Randy Savage in performance, Lex in performance, and Razor in performance at 72 B-. 68 C+ and above had great heat and good wrestling. Yokozuna defeated Roddy Piper by pin with the bonsai drop. After distraction with Tanaka, Yokozuna 71, Roddy 81. Roddy improving with Rumble at 68 C+. And then we have a video he plays hyping up Davey Boy Smith, The Undertaker, and Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, Jim Nadine and Shawn Michaels. The WWF World Heavyweight Championship storyline is Vance's segment, and a dead man lives as Vance has gained heat. And a 79B in a superb match, Shawn Michaels, the New Foundation defeat David Boy Smith, The Undertaker, and Bret Hart in 22 minutes 14 when Owen Hart defeated Bret Hart by pinfall. Janine Hart was the weak link, trying to keep up with Owen Hart's performance. The Undertaker and Paul Bearer have great chemistry, and Jim Nadine Hart was really off his game. Hart 91, Taker 87, David Boy 74, Owen 85, Jim 65, and Shawn 88. No work improvements, but this I'm going to probably stick to what we're doing now, which is they're rated more on their popularity, whereas before they were rated between their in-ring skills and their other thing. We weren't getting much good matches, but 79B is better than what we've had before. I think it's one of our best matches, so we'll send the show here. A 79B lost its popularity in all 10 regions of America. So we are doing absolutely crap at the moment. That's because everyone we have got is shit in popularity. Bret Hart, Owen Hart. And we're going to go to Shawn as well. I really should give it to Vader, actually, because Vader was freaking amazing. So Vader's going to probably get it over Owen, even though Owen got the win. But we'll give it to those guys. Want to make Bret Hart happy because I kind of took him off. And we'll see you tomorrow night for Superstars and Monday Night Raw, because we're going to take this all the way to SummerSlam. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to a very lackluster edition of Raw. I haven't done any pre-show or anything like that. And I didn't tape Superstars. I let the game quickly book Superstars this week because I feel like that the WWF after the pay-per-view won't really, do a lot. They just want to get on with the build to SummerSlam. So we open up the night without even opening package. We just see Vader stood in the ring with him back, and he goes, you can hear all the fans in the arena boo. And yes, we've lost a lot of fans on what we were getting because I changed the as an idiot, I changed the product twice without thinking. So yeah, that's what's happened. And Vader goes, shut up so I can talk. The war has started with WWF and we are losing. It's got the stars. You see this place to be. This is the place to be. I came here to kick ass and win matches. I did not come here to hide from Sting. Sting, if you want me, you know where I am. And you said last night you wanted a match at SummerSlam? Let's go at SummerSlam. And then Sting comes out and he gets the mic and he goes, Vader, Vader, Vader. You think it was you? It was you? You think you was not hiding? You tried to attack me last night and messed it up. SummerSlam 5 weeks away. And it'll be me versus you. And I won't. And I want you to know, I'm going to win. I'm going to kick your ass. Your size means nothing. Yes, we are losing the fans and not doing as well as WCW. But I'll tell you what. Soon we will, Vader. Then you will wish you did not come here to finish the job. And Vader just stands there laughing. He goes, so you knew my little secret. You're not as stupid as you look. Yes, I'm going to destroy the WWF and WCW will reign supreme. Look, I don't need to do a lot. I think it's doing itself. But this Vader and Sting start brawling. Security swarm the ring. And Vince just comes out on the stage and he goes, Brett Sting versus Owen and Vader tonight, main event. So yeah, it's been confirmed that SummerSlam The first match for SummerSlam is booked. It's going to be Stinger taking on Vader. That is going to be your semi-main, well, one of your main events of the evening. SummerSlam will probably be a 4-hour pay-per-view. It's going to be shown to Canada and Britain and other places. But 70C plus. In about that, decent wrestling, and didn't have much heat. The Steiner Brothers defeated Bushwhackers in 8:23 when Rick Steiner defeated Bushwhacker Booch by Steiner Sizer. Rick Steiner get raised gimmick. Rick and Scott Steiner showed X and Garage Communicator. Scott Steiner 76, Rick Steiner 78, Bushwhacker 850, and Bushwhacker Booch 56. No work improvements. In about that, decent wrestling, but not much heat. Chris Benoit defeated Rob Van Dam in 8:28 by submission. Benoit 73, RVD 59. No work improvements. A 68C plus. Steve Austin cuts a quick promo on Mankind ahead of his match, hence why I said this is not going to be a Raw that you'd normally see. But about that, good wrestling, decent action room crowd. Steve Austin defeated Mankind in 8:20 by Pins of Stone Cold Summer. Mankind 79, Steve Austin 67, work improvements none. This is why I'm doing it based on. So now we know that Chris Benoit versus the Steve Austin live on pay-per-view at SummerSlam for that prestigious bout will finally crown a new Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam. Is it going to be Chris Benoit, Steve Austin? So Shawn Michaels comes down to the ring. He cuts a quick promo on The Undertaker. A casket gets rolled down as he's talking. He tentatively goes over and opens it. And the Undertaker pops out and grabs him. Michael gets beaten around the ring, but escapes before the Undertaker gets a chance to lock him in the casket. I didn't really want to work that out when there's already one. It looked quite decent for me to use, so yes. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker in a casket match at SummerSlam. Believe me, SummerSlam is going to be a show you will not want to miss. I know that it's not going to be booked tonight. It's probably going to be booked next week. But you're going to have Tanaka taking on Roddy Piper. You're going to have Race. I'm going to book quite a few of the storyline matches now, just so that they're booked. Razor Ramon is going to be taking on Randy Savage. You're going to have Lex Luger taking on Diesel. And then all the storylines will change and all the pay-per-views are going to be moved around after this. So Diesel will be taking on Lex Luger. You've got Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, which I'm not going to book yet because there's an angle for that. What else we got? The World Tag Team titles. The Guns will be given the Smoking Guns will be given their rematch to the Head Shrinkers. Have you got anything else we've got to book? Deadman Lives done, Luger done, Piper's Return done, Ravage, Sting vs Vader we've done. I'm doing a storyline with the Loch Ness Monster and Typhoon because I like to have at least one lower card, which isn't over a title storyline, and that's going to be happening at SummerSlam. But a 73B minus for that, not bad. In the ring, Bret and Owen Hart have a contract signing for the up and coming match. Mike 1087 is the host of the contract signing. Bret Hart signs the contract first before handing it over, and he just named no brawl, just a nice basic contract signing. And I'm going to make it a steel cage match. That's what the contract said. It will be a cage match. Brawl based? No. Brawl based. Why are they brawl based? Crate match. Firstly, it's going to be regular, and then it's going to be 2 minutes because it always is. Because they hang above it in the ring and then lower it, and it's going to be reg. Because no way. Pinfall and submission. That's fine. Edit defaults. Select all. Save. There we go. So Owen Hart versus Bret Hart inside the steel cage like they did in at the real SummerSlam of 1994. It's the only match which actually I haven't changed because hey ho. In a poor match, the Loch Ness Monster and Brian Lee defeated 1-2-3 Kid and Typhoon in 7.9 when Brian Lee defeated 1-2 for by Pin with the chokeslam. Loch Ness Monster was rated to go with performance. Loch Ness Monster Brian Lee don't work at the timing. Typhoon 59, 1-2-3 Kid 64, Brian Lee 46, Loch Ness 36. Typhoon in performance and Brian Lee in performance. Don't mind that. Loch Ness needs to get his popularity up and we might be able to do something. In about that decent wrestling with a little heat, Onslaught defeated Rock and Roll Express in 8:21 when Danielson defeated Ricky Morton by Pin for the last rights. Robert Gibson 66, Ricky Morton 63, Doug Williams 48, Chris Daniels 40. No work improvements, but the last rights, the Onslaught are getting really good. Oh yeah, we have got a written promo. I thought we had one more. Now, so some painkillers after this. So Randy's back and goes, "Oh yeah, Razor Ramon, 5 weeks time, me versus you, one-on-one, and one-on-one. No hiding behind your friends. You have peaked this war." Vince has said that for the first time over the pay-per-view will air in UK and Canada. For the first time, they'll see why the WWF will be on top because of wars like this. Oh yeah, and as I've already booked for SummerSlam, Razor Ramon versus Randy Savage. 73 minus. In the ring, Bam Bam Bigelow just comes out, tells Yokozuna to get his ass in the ring, and basically there's a massive brawl between Yokozuna and Bam Bam Bigelow. That is going to be happening at the event known as SummerSlam. Yokozuna versus Bam Bam Bigelow. 73B minus. 58C minus. In a poor match, Edge is well done, defeating Nasty Boys and Smoky Gun. Bart Gunn 49, Brett Gunn 48, Jerry Stagg 62, Brian Knob 63, Timothy Well 38, Steve Dunn 46 for 249 and Samu 32. Timothy Well performance, Brian Knobb's performance, Jerry Stagg's performance, and Billy Gunn in technical, not bad at 58C minus. In a superb match, Shawn Michaels and Diesel defeated Lex Luger and The Undertaker in 10:08 when Diesel defeated Lex Luger both with the Jackknife Powerbomb. Undertaker 84, Lex Luger 72, Diesel 75, Shawn Michaels 92. No work improvements, but these two storylines advance and gain heat. The reason I did this was just a quick match. And then our main event tonight gets a 98. Above had superb wrestling and great heat. Sting and Bret Hart defeated Owen Hart and Vader in 2019 when Bret Hart defeated Owen Hart by submission with a sharpshooter. Bret Hart 91, Sting 82, Vader 81, and Owen Hart 80. Sting in Rumble, Sting in Techno, Vader in Techno and Performance. So 91, yeah, Bret Hart probably pushed it, and these two just dropped it a little bit. But I've got it rated on popularity and in-ring work, so 90A I can't complain with. That's our best match we've done so far, an 84B for this show. This show increases popularity in 23 regions. So, Sharon, we'll see you live next week for Back to a Normality Monday Night Raw as SummerSlam starts getting even hotter. Thanks for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWF Superstars. 3 matches will suck on the Superstars tonight. We've got working deal with All Star Wrestling and World Association of Wrestling in England, and that is our company. So tonight we've got some special guests having some tryouts, and they're going to be performing on WWF Superstar for the tryouts tonight. So yay! And the first one is King Kendo in a terrible match. He defeated Jerry Lynn in 7:35. King Kendo's gimmick has a gimmick to get Estelle. The announced quality in the colour commentary match boost. Jerry Lynn 41, King Kendo 40, 17. Not too bad. In a poor match, Ed Shrink's defeated the Superflies in 8:40 when Samu defeated Ricky Knight by a pin with a diving headbutt. Fatu 58, Samu 59, Jimmy Ocean 14, Ricky Knight. Fu did something really with these two. And not suited to their gimmicks, but Fatu's improving in performance. It's just a tryout. There's only 2 of them I know will be coming back on a more permanent basis, even though we're now not even corp size, we're now regional. So is WCW. There's a lot going on in WCW right now, and you won't believe it. Ric Flair has walked out on them, and now so has Hulk Hogan. So I don't know what's going on there, but don't be surprised if them two turn back up in WWF. Hulk Hogan, if he's going to turn up, won't be until Royal Rumble. And I don't think Ric Flair's come. I've got contract offers in for Ric Flair as I speak because I think we need someone like Ric Flair. But as you can see, Danny Boy Collins, Chris Benoit cuts backstage promo. He's a superstar, so I'm going to write the promos out. And above had decent wrestling, but don't cheat. Chris Benoit defeated Danny Boy Collins. Chris Benoit 67, Danny 23. He improves in performance. He is getting a contract. I do like Danny Boy. I have just learned that he is actually the world champion in Fallen Star Wrestling at the moment. Yeah, he hasn't wrestled for a while, so anything's possible. In an exceptional match, Tanaka defeated David Boy Smith in 7:08 by pin for the Tomahawk Chop. 73 by minus, David Boy 79, Tanaka 71. Tanaka improved performance, so I'm going to keep the company set as it is, at 76. As Razor and Savage. Ignore that, it's meant to be Razor and Diesel taking on the New Foundation. 82B, nice and an exceptional match. Razor Ramon and Diesel defeated the New Foundation in 21 minutes 58 when Diesel defeated Jim Nadine Hart by pin for the Jackknife Powerbomb. Jim Nadine Hart was a weak link to Carl's performance. Diesel 78, Razor Ramon 90, Jim Nadine Hart 66, and Owen Hart 88. Diesel and Jim Nadine Hart improving the performance. I'm going to keep it set as they're based on their popularity because, yeah, okay, the few matches sucked, but to get a 76B minus on an episode of Superstars, Not bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are, I think it's regional. I don't know, it's the level below court. And that is what we are at the moment.
This is not Louise, let me tell you.
Ain't no Gordon Ramsay in the background, I just clicked the wrong button. So, 76B minus. But yeah, I'm quite happy. So, I don't know how this actually works. So, yeah, overall rate is only 7% high rate, angle, 20% the second highest rate angle. Third highest, all other angles are ignored, and pre and post match show angles do not count. The less than 3 angles, the highest rated angle is the one weighted more heavily. So 70% of the main event's rating, 20% of the best match other than the main event rating, and 10% average of the rest of the undercard pre and post show. So that's why it's 76B minus, because they've had to look at these 3 matches here where we brought in some British guys. So don't be surprised, they're not going to be appearing on any more matches. They're just here for a Superstars taping. Just see how well they do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Monday Night Raw. Hey guys, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. You've just missed the first match of the night, which got a thing. There were 4,000 people at the Jordana Field. In a decent pre-show match, Jay Lynn, BJ James and Onslaught defeated Loch Ness Monster. Chris Benoit and Double Trouble in Dublin's defeated Double Trouble by pinfall to Calsbury. BJ James 47, Jay Lynn 42, Dublin's 42, Chris Daniels 33, Big Double Trouble 35 and 35. They're going to be released after the show. Benoit 65 and Loch Ness Monster 43. Jalen and Rumble and Danielson Performance. This tag team is going to be staying on, but I'm going to be splitting Well Done and Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero up, so we've got more singles wrestlers. In a decent future match, the Hardy Boys defeated Head Shrinkers. Matt Hardy 43, Jeff Hardy 47 for 259 and Smooth 57. Hardy in Premium Performance, Matt Hardy in Rumble and for 2 in Thingamy. In Techno, a 57C minus, not bad. In a pre-show battle, had great heat and good wrestling. The Rock and Roll Express defeated the Nasty Boys. United Silver, Ricky Morton defeated Brian Knobs by for the double drop kick. Joey Sags off his game, Ricky Morton's off his game. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson great extra chemistry together. Joey Sags 70, Brian Knobs 67, Robert Gibson 63, Ricky Morton 56. Robert Gibson improving in performance, which is nice to see. We open up 72B minus. In a pre-show battle, had fantastic and great wrestling. Jeff Jarrett defeated Steve Austin in 740 by pinfall by using the ropes to leverage. Jeff Jarrett 61, Steve Austin 77. Jeff Jarrett improving performance. And then in a good pre-show match, Well Done defeated Steiner Brothers. They're going to be split up after this. Timothy Well defeated Scott Steiner by pinfall with the double arm DDT. Timothy Well 43, Steve Dunn 46, Scott Steiner 74, Rick Steiner 80. No work improvements. 79B is the opening video package for Raw. An 88B plus from this angle, which is quite good. So Bret Hart's in the ring and he goes, you see, we travel coast to coast, giving you fans the best matches. My brother's pissing me off. He's following me, attacking me after my match and making my life a living hell. You see, Mum and Dad have not enjoyed this, but don't expect the cage match to be a nice, calm match. It's not going to be that. It's going to be a bloodbath. And then Owen comes out. I need to really know about Owen. I don't know why the hell I put an R on the end. You see, it's not going to be my blood. It's going to be yours. Every year from now on, the winner of the King of the Ring will get a shot at the world champion at SummerSlam. You see, these fans can kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass because I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. So with this, Bret drops the belt and starts brawling with Owen. He goes out the ring. He grabs the steel chair, brings it in, and starts beating Owen up with it. Then the refs and security swarm the ring and split him up. So yeah, he's really rubbing it into Bret that he's, this King of the Ring champion. He's just used his gimmick, Bret Hart's catchphrase in a way, and it's really ticked him off. But an 88B plus, not a bad way to start. An exceptional match. Arn Anderson, David Boy Smith defeated Arn Anderson in 6:44 by pin with the running power slam. David Boy 76, Arn Anderson 70. No work improvements. But in a battle had good heat and decent wrestling. Typhoon defeated Ike Shanks and DDS in 7:22 by pin with the tidal wave, following botched moves by Loch Ness. The nice quality in the colour commentary match. DDS, Isaac Yankum DDS. 46, Typhoon 58. No work improvements. I tell a lie. DDS is improving performance. And then we see Bart and Billy Gunn in the back, and you go, you see this, Head Shrinkers? We've got the gold. We are WWF Tag Team Champions. You see, we are good friends, and we're going to fight, and we're going to fight to keep this. so the fans can have some champions they're proud of. And Billy goes, I'm not losing this bout. Looks too good on me. See you at SummerSlam. And they just walk off. In an exceptional match, Terry Funk defeated Mankind in 708, Terry Funk 76, Mankind 72. No working for 72B minus. Yokozuna and Bam Bam Bigelow getting an argument backstage and there's a brawl. Just something what happens. In an exceptional match, Psycho Sid, is his name, and the New Foundation defeated The Undertaker, Tanaka, and Lex Luger in 752, and Psycho Sid defeated Tanaka by pinfall with the chokeslam. The Undertaker and Paul Bearer great chemistry. Lex Luger 73, Undertaker 87, Tanaka 71, Psycho Sid 68, Jim Medina 68, and Owen Hart 87. No working for 75B minus. Razor. Hey Mike, don't talk for a minute. You see, in 4 weeks' time it's SummerSlam. Now a 4-hour spectacular, and with WCW losing Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, anything is possible here in the WWF. Randy Savage, you've been taking me for a loser. Someone you can beat easily. Don't make that. You can beat easily. I don't know why I put don't make me laugh. You see, come in SummerSlam, I'm going to beat your old ass down and be the biggest star in the WWF. Let's make this more fun. The winner will face the WWF champion on Raw the night after SummerSlam. Let's party. So Razor versus Savage still advance again heat. So the winner of this match, Razor versus I'm going to put that in my notes. I think BG. I don't know if BG James is still here because I did release a load of wrestlers because they weren't doing me good. So the winner, need to be very careful when I'm doing this, of Razor versus Savage gets a title shot on the Raw after. So whoever wins, whether it be Owen or Brett, they will be defending their belt on Monday Night Raw the night after SummerSlam against the winner of Razor Ramon. The one in above our good heat and decent wrestling. 1, 2, 3 could defeat Al Snow in 6:45 by pinfall. Al Snow soon off his game. The colour punch good match boost. 1, 2, 3 kid 55. Al Snow 46. No work improvements. Hence why we need more mid-carders. More single wrestlers. In a decent match, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero defeat the Bushwhackers in 7:45, and Eddie Guerrero defeated Bushwhacker Butch by pinfall the 619 Frog Splash combo. Eddie Guerrero 64, Rey Mysterio 48, Bushwhacker Luke 52, and Butch 57. Eddie Guerrero in performance and Bushwhacker Butch in performance. So that'll be the last time they've probably seen tagging. They're going to go to singles competition. A video hype SummerSlam for 3 weeks now. I think we are 4 weeks. Let me look. Yeah, 4 weeks away because it's the end of the month. The video plays hyping Sting versus Vader. It's probably going to be moved, and then I'll do 5 weeks. So it's probably going to. So it's actually 3 weeks away. I've changed that to make it a bit easier on me booking. But above our good heat and decent wrestling, the Smoking Guns defeated Men on a Mission at 7:45 when Bart Gunn defeated Mabel by pinfall. With a sidewinder, the Smoking Guns make defense number 1 of their World Tag Team titles. Mo 48, Mabel 48, Bart Gunn 57, and Billy Gunn 57. Men on the Mission, say goodbye to Men on the Mission. Bye-bye. Both of them are going. I'm not having him in the company much after tonight. So he pulls in the back and he goes, oh yes, you are in trouble now. In 4 weeks' time it'll be you. In 3 weeks' time it'll be you and the Undertaker in a casting match. This is my Undertaker's match, and he'll trap you inside your coffin and you will not be seen again. Oh no, my Undertaker will take you to Howard SummerSlam. Just a bit of a hype video for SummerSlam from Paul Bearer. In an exceptional match, Roddy Piper defeated Diesel in 6:38 by pinfall. Roddy Piper 80, Diesel 73, and Diesel improving the Rumble and performance. Good old Kevin Nash. In an exceptional match, Sting and Randy Savage defeated Raider and Razor Ramon, when Sting defeated Razor by pinfall the diving crossbody. Razor 83, Vader 88, Randy Savage 89, and Sting 80. Randy Savage in technical and performance, Sting in technical, Razor and Rumble and Vader in performance, so well done all 4 of them. But your main event of the night is going to be Bret Hart taking on Shawn Michaels with that WWF title on the line. A 98 A-star in an exceptional match. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart defeated Shawn Michaels in 20 minutes 27 by submission with a sharpshooter after a distraction on The Undertaker. Bret Hart makes defense number 2 of his WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart have pretty good chemistry and it lifted the match. Shawn Michaels 91, Bret Hart 94. no work improvements, a 98 A star, and then an 80B to close out the show when Bret Hart is celebrating his victory in the ring. Owen Hart runs in and attacks him, beating Bret Hart down to the mat, beating Bret Hart down. And then a bit of a taste, a special attraction match after the post-show. An exceptional post-show match. Yokozuna drew Bam Bam Bigelow in 8:20 following a double count-out. Yokozuna and Bam Bigelow great chemistry showed in their performance. Yokozuna 79 and Bam Bam 77. No work improvements. So, gentlemen, we'll see you next week as we are getting closer to SummerSlam. Only 2 weeks to go now. We'll see you at Monday Night Raw and Superstars next week. It's time for Superstars. Everywhere you wanna look, it's time for Superstars. And about that subpar wrestling and a little he-do, McDonald debuts. Taking out Al Snow in 5 minutes 58 by pin with the counter crosser. Drew McDonald debuted old school heel going to have he was really off his game. Al Snow 42, Drew McDonald 22. Knew it would be a bad match, but a 41D, we've got to get him debuted and get him up and working. In a decent match, Jerry Lynn defeated Eddie Guerrero in 6:25 by pinfall. Eddie Guerrero's really off his on. Jerry Lynn is getting better at his gimmick, and that's quality to lift in the match to club on together match boost. Eddie Guerrero 60, Jerry Lynn 49. Not bad at all. Jerry Lynn improving a Rumble. That's good. I'm not sure when I get Raw done because I've got World of Sport starting in about a half hour today, and then I will be moving on. But in a decent match, the Onslaught. I'm going to put the Onslaught because it sounds better. Defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 8:10 when Doug Williams defeated Robert Gibson by penalty for Chaos Theory. Doug Williams 42, Chris Downs 37, Robert Gibson 61, and Ricky Morton 61. Robert Gibson in performance. Daniels in technical and performance. Nice 58 C-. We then have on to Hurst Helmsley debut. Triple H, formerly soon become Triple H, but yep, he's debuted earlier than planned. WCW have released a lot of wrestlers, and we're picking them up because we need more single wrestlers, hence why the tag team division's been dropped a little. And he debuts after his promo and he defeats Chris Jericho in 8:12 by pinfall and ace cross. So it was a decent match. Chris Jericho 47, Hunter Hearst 50. He debuts as he's getting better. He just goes gimmick and he improves in performance. In an exceptional match, Lex Luger defeated Randy Savage in 8:15 by pinfall. Lex Luger's in off his game. Lex 72, Savage 86. Randy Savage improving in performance. A video plays hyping up Piper and The Undertaker. He'll be tagging up against Michaels and Tanaka. 76 B-. Yeah, the Piper's return storyline's gained heat, but so is the Dead Man Live storyline's lost heat. And he gets an 80B in an exceptional match. Tanaka and Shawn Michaels defeated The Undertaker and Roddy Piper in 15:07. Shawn Michaels defeated Roddy Piper by pins of Sweet Chin Music. Undertaker Paul Bearer, great chemistry. Michaels 88, Tanaka 69, Roddy 75, Undertaker 85. Tanaka is flying in Roddy Piper and Rumble. I would like to announce now that the main event of Monday Night Raw this week will be once again Bret Hart defending his belt ahead of SummerSlam because I've only done one title defense since doing this save, and that was last week. But this time he will be taking on The Undertaker. That's what I was thinking. I'm joking, it's going to be Stinger. Yep, Sting is getting his first shot at the WWF World Heavyweight Championship this tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw. That is going to happen, and I'll see you live with Monday Night Raw in just a little bit. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to the final Raw, because next week there's no Raw because of the tennis live on USA, as they did in real life. But in a pre-show bout I had subpar wrestling. I was taking on who? Charlotte was great. In a pre-show bout I had subpar wrestling, a little heat. Drew McDonald defeated Chris Jericho in 8:09 by pins of Celtic Crusher. Chris Jericho 47, Drew 26. No improvements of 42D. I'm watching World of Sport in the background, so just be aware. In the pre-show bout I had good heat and decent wrestling. The Rock and Roll Express and the Smoking Guns defeated Steiner Brothers and the Head Shrinkers in 7:44, and Ricky Morton defeated Samoa by pinfall and missile dropkick, a 62C for 253. Samoa 51, Scott Steiner 64, Vic Steiner 67. I'll watch that in a bit. Bart Gunn 52, Billy Gunn 52, Robert Gibson at 52, Billy Gunn at 52, Robert Gibson at 53, Ricky Morton at 48, and Bart Gunn improving the performance. I'll skip forward a bit. If you can hear a cat purring, I'm sorry, but that's my little cat Marie, a female. She's come over for cuddles. So I'll give her the attention while I'm recording, so if you hear her purring, that's what's going on here. In a poor pre-show match, King Kendo debuts permanently, defeating Jerry Lynn by him with the Kazamasa Crash. Jerry Lynn 51, King Kendo 21, no work improvements. In a decent pre-show match, BJ James, Al Snow, and Finlay defeat. Excuse me. Defeat Rey Mysterio Jr., Loch Ness Monster, and the 1-2-3 Kid in 6:44, and Finlay defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. by pinfall. Finlay debuted his Fighting Irishman. He's got his reign of poor. Now it's quality lift the match to call up on to get the match boost. Finlay 40, Al Snow 42, B James 48, 1-2-3 Kid 56, Loch Ness 46, and Rey Mysterio 53. B James is improving performance. So the next one will be SummerSlam, then because there's going to be no more. There's going to be no Raws for the next 2 weeks. So until the 1st of September, there's going to be no Raws. I'm doing it similar to how they did it in Real Life. B James improving performance. So there's going to be no Raws or Superstars until the 1st of September, and then we'll regain and redo it. I appreciate about good heat and good wrestling. Jeff Jarrett and Mankind defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Chris Benoit in 79. When Mankind defeated Chris Benoit by pinfall the double arm DDT. So on the 1st of September, the winner of Razor vs Savage will get their title shot. Chris Benoit 64. Who we got? Hunter Hearst 51, Mankind 74, and Jeff Jarrett 63. No working for 67C+. And then in a pre-show bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Eddie Guerrero defeated Typhoon in 7:35 by pinfall Bog Splash. Typhoon 52, Eddie 62. Looking quite good, to be honest, 62C. The video players airs hyping up them, just showing you all the wrestlers. Some of the good wrestlers that work for the World Wrestling Federation. We open up with Dusty and Dustin in the back, and Gus goes, "I'm back, baby. And I bring to you his son, Dusty. He is here to prove himself, baby. This is the new WWF, and he is here to show what he is made of." So this is the opening angle. There is a reason why this is opening up. And he, in about that good heat and decent wrestling, Dustin defeated Isaac Young from DDS. Dustin 62, Isaac Young from DDS 47. No work improved, but Dusty Rhodes is going to be managing his son for the next foreseeable future. In a decent match, Onslaught once again continuing their winning streak, defeat the Nasty Boys in 7:55 when Chris Langers defeated Jerry Sags by the last rights. Jerry Sags 69, Brian Knobbs 66, Doug Williams 42, Chris Langers 33. The more their popularity goes up, the better their in-ring stuff's getting. So we're going to keep pushing them. And I am going to announce this now. Onslaught will be going after the Tag Team Gold after SummerSlam. I've already decided on that. The video plays hyping Loch Ness versus Typhoon. So that's another SummerSlam hype video. You've got to think this is a go-home show. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. And above it, fantastic and great wrestling. Jim Duggan defeated Arn Anderson in 7:49 by pinfall the running clothesline tackle. Arn Anderson 70, Jim Duggan 62. Duggan improving in performance to 70C+. And then Sean's in the back, an 80B, not bad, with Mike Tenay interviewing him. Mike Tenay does do the commentary for Superstars, just so everyone knows. Taker, if you think you're going to win in 2 weeks at SummerSlam, I'm not going in that casket. You are. You see, Taker, you might be the dead man, but I am the boy toy. I am the star. Look at my match last week. You're not going to outdo the showstopper, Shawn Michaels. So he's calling himself the showstopper. I don't know if he had that nickname by now, but I wanted to kind of get an idea of where that came from. In a bout of fantastic heat and great wrestling, Ram Bam Bigelow and Roddy Piper defeat Yokozuna and Tanaka in 7:50 when Roddy Piper defeated Yokozuna by pinfall. These two don't do it well. Roddy Piper 72, Bam Bam 70, Tanaka 60, Yokozuna 64. Yokozuna in performance and Bam Bam in performance. Not bad. The Headstringers Smoking Guns are backstage and all embrace out and they all have a massive freaking brawl. That's what happens. In an exceptional match, Owen Hart defeated Davey Boy Smith in 6:39 by pinfall. Davey Boy Smith 76, Owen 85. Davey Boy improving and flying. Excuse me. Next. In an exceptional match, Razor Ramon defeated Shawn Michaels in 8:13 by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. During the match, we also had Undertaker defeat Michaels. So basically, the lights flick on and off, and Michaels is actually scared, and Razor gets hold of him and hits the thing. He doesn't use the ropes for leverage. 73B-. In an exceptional match, The Undertaker defeated Lex Luger by pinfall with Tombstone. Psychology. Someone didn't have enough psychology. Lex Luger 74, Undertaker 83. Lex Luger improving performance. Then get a music video to promote Danny Collins' debut, and I know it do shit, but hey ho. And then we have in the ring Sting and Vader. I have a contract signed for the up and coming match with Vince McMahon. Serves as the host of the contract signing segment. Sting wins. Signs the contract first before it over to Vader, who then jots his name out, making the match official. However, things don't go so easy afterwards, and Sting and Vader get into a brawl. Thought we'd do one of those ones, because you see them quite a lot in wrestling. I thought we'd get one of those down. Just a way to kind of go, yep, this is the final. In a decent match, the Bushwhackers defeated the Hardy Boys in 7:48 when Bushwhacker Butch defeated Jeff Hardy by pinfall to battering ram. Bushwhacker 49, Butch 51, Matt 41, and Jeff 52. The brothers have good chemistry tagging together. Who needs to... Oh, Matt needs to go back to me. Yeah, there we go. Above average, nice. In a pool match, Danny Boy Collins defeated Rob Van Dam in 8-11 by pinfall to somersault press. RVD 47, Donny Boy Collins out there with 31, not bad. Old school face game is going to show above average. Rob Van Dam improving performance and Danny Boy Collins in performance. I like Danny Boy Collins. He's one of my favourite wrestlers. I've seen him quite a few times live. I've actually had a picture taken with him and shook his hand. He's a great guy. So he's a very nice guy. Video plays hyping up Sting versus Bret Hart. When he gets an 80B, an exceptional match, Bret Hart defeated Sting in 2001 by pinfall victory roll. Bret Hart makes defense number 3 of his World Heavyweight title. Sting 81, Bret 90, Sting improving in technical. After the match, of course, Owen Hart comes out, beating Bret down to the mat. And then post-show, Jim and Indian Hart defeats Dazel by pinfall the Owen flatliner. Yes, distracted fine muscle, great. Then Randy Savage defeated Vader. I'm not really interested in telling you how much because he's always get lower. And then Terry Funk defeated Steve Austin. And that's how we ended the final Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see at SummerSlam 77B. We can't increase popularity anywhere because we're in a 6-month cold period. But I'm going to start getting popularity again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at SummerSlam. Welcome to the greatest party in summer. Well, I forgot to make 4 hours, but hey-ho. So yeah, we've not got a Monday Night Raw this week. We'll start again in September. But in a decent pre-show match, BJ James, Al Snow, BJ James, Jay Lynn, Al Snow, Drew McDonald defeat Finlay, Chris Jericho, Izzy Am DDS, and 1-2-3 could note a 6-win. Drew McDonald defeat Chris Jericho by the Counter Crusher. Drew McDonald 36, Al Snow 41, Jay Lynn 47, BJ James 46, 1-2-3 Kid 51, Ike James DDS 46, Chris Jericho 50, Finlay 40. BJ James in flying, performance skills for Kane. I'm just going to call him Kane for now. 1-2-3 Kid performance, Al Snow performance. And Drew McDonald in performance because he will be becoming Kane at some point in the future. In a superb pre-show match, Terry Funk, Steven Regal, Savio Vega, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Dustin, Hunter Helmsley, Mankind and Davey Boy Smith, and 82 and Steven Regal defeated Hunter Helmsley by pin for the Exploder Suplex. Welcome in Blueblood. Steven Regal, David Blueblood has got an initial rating of awful. Dustin Rhodes a good work ringside. Hunter Helmsley seen off his game. Mankind seen off his game. Rey Mysterio 54, Savio Vega 50, Regal 69, Funk 84, Davey Boy 72, Mankind 74, Hunter Helmsley 49, and Dustin at 68. Nice. Toe Funk in techno and flying. Not bad at all. I'm going to be doing another series, one with a modern day either Impact or TNA, and I'm going to be doing a local global, which I'll be setting up hopefully after we've got the next episode ready to tape. Brian Pillman, David is loose cannon gimmick, Scottish Red of Awful. Jeff Jarrett 57, Brian Pillman 62. I might change his name, but a 660 plus, just a tryout match. And in Preacher Battle, had fantastic eating, great wrestling. Jim Nadine Hart defeated Arn Anderson 71, Jim 68. And by pinfall the Anvil Flatliner. Nice. And then in the Preacher Battle, had fantastic eating, great wrestling. Psycho Sid defeated Jim Duggan in 14:43 by pinfall the Chokeslam. Jim Duggan 67, Psycho Sid 65. No work for 69C plus. Just going to have a quick drink of this Ribena because I'm getting a sore throat. I've done a lot of recording the last couple of days. So, WWF SummerSlam. Tonight, in the memory of Ric Flair, WWF brings you SummerSlam. The show he was meant to make his return to this company on. Roddy Piper made his return to this great company and targeted Tanaka. And will he get his revenge tonight? Sting made a shocking appearance on Raw, then at Judgment Day he said he wanted Vader. Tonight he gets his wish. Will he become a victim or will he become out on top? Undertaker wants to take out Shawn Michaels and put him in a coffin. Or will he lose and Shawn put him in a coffin? Then inside a steel cage will be brother on brother. Owen and Bret for the WWF Championships. The WWF Championship. Who will walk away with the gold? Or who will be defeated who will be defending it in 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw? And now, Pizza Hut and Snickers brings to you the hottest party of the summer. This is SummerSlam. And then the fireworks go off, and there's a massive stage, because I'm spending about $250 on the stage set for this show. We're in front of 5,600 people. And he goes, welcome, look at this place, let's get to the ring and get this show started. And then Cornette Jones goes, let's show Ric Flair a great show tonight. Rest in peace, man. Let's get this party started. Any improvements? Nope. But yeah, a 80B to open up. Not bad. And we open up with one of the worst story matches. And the battle had decent, good heat and decent wrestling. So not too bad as I thought it would be. The Loch Ness Monster defeated Typhoon in 8:17 by pinfall. Typhoon 53, Loch Ness 47. No working progress, but a nice little match. 54 C-. In about that, superb wrestling and great heat, Steve Austin defeated Chris Benoit in 13:37 by pinfall with a Stone Cold Stunner. Steve Austin is your Intercontinental Champion. Chris Benoit 66, Steve Austin 78. So the tournament's finally over. I think you can call Steve Austin your Intercontinental Champion. 78B. And Chris Benoit debuted a no power spot to showcase his ability to sell well. His psychology will be out by being able to use it to go to spot in the future. In a decent match, Danny Boy Collins defeated RVD in 7:53 by pinfall the Somersault Press. Botham down 50, Danny Boy Collins 33. No work for him, so I'm going to be pushing him to the moon. Also, King Canada's getting pushed. In a good match, the Nasty Boys defeated the Hardy Boys, the Rock and Roll Express, and Steiner Brothers in 7:35. The Hardy Boys first, the Rock and Roll Express, and finally Steiners. Matt Hardy 41, Jeff 46, Robert Gibson 62, Ricky Morton 59, Sags 71, Nob 66, Steiner 76, and Rick 82. Ricky Morton in Rumble, Robert Gibson in Performance, and Rick Steiner in Flying at 70C+. In a decent match, Onslaught defeated the Bushwhackers in 7:33 when Christopher Daniels defeated Bushwhacker Butch by a pin for the last rights. Chris Daniels is the weak link, that's fine. Bushwhacker Luke 46, Bushwhacker Butch 52, Doug Williams 41, Chris Daniels 30. Performance for Butch, which I think is that one. That's Luke, that's Butch. There's Butch and Chris Daniels, of course, in Rumble, which is nice. In a decent match, King Kendo defeated Eddie Guerrero by pin for the Kazamasi Crash. Eddie Guerrero 65, King Kendo 21. No work appearance. He's been spotted as someone who can be very good in the future. He just needs the right pushes, so we're going to give it to him. 54 C-. In about very good heat and decent wrestling, the Smoking Guns defeated the Head Shrinkers in 13 minutes 21 when Billy Gunn defeated for 2 by pinfall the Slide Winder. The Smoking Guns make defense number 2 of their WWF World Tag Team titles. For 2:55, Samu 60, Bart Gunn 54, Billy Gunn 53, no working rows of 62C. In an exceptional match, Yokozuna defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in 14:55 by pinfall the Bonsai Drop. Bam Bam Bigelow 79, Yokozuna 75, Yokozuna improving Rumble, not bad at all. In an exceptional match, Razor Ramon defeated Randy Savage in 15:20 by pinfall the Fall Away Slam in 80B. Razor Ramon 76, Randy Savage 86, Randy Savage improving in performance. In an exceptional match, Diesel defeated Lex Luger in 15:29 by pinfall the Jackknife Powerbomb with 75B-. Diesel 75, Lex Luger 70, no work improvements. In an exceptional match, Roddy Piper defeated Tanaka in 14:41 by pinfall. Tanaka 75, Roddy Piper 81. These two have great chemistry in their performances. Well, sadly, the story's ending there. Roddy Piper improving Rumble on 80B. Nice. In an exceptional match, Sting defeated Vader in 14:37 by pinfall the Bulldog. Sting and Vader have great chemistry in their performances. Times and luck, definitely psychology. Sting 87, Vader 96 and 81B. Vader improving the performance. A video plays hyping Sting versus The Undertaker. It wasn't meant to be that. It was meant to be Shawn Michaels. Sorry, I did say up to say Shawn Michaels. And that match gets to 78B. An exceptional match, The Undertaker defeats Shawn Michaels in a castic match in 20 minutes 25 when Shawn Michaels got trapped. Shawn Michaels 78, Undertaker 69. No work appearance. It made Shawn Michaels and Undertaker don't seem to click. It made for an awkward belt. And then the video plays hyping Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. And he gets an 83B, which is good for the main event. In an exceptional match, Bret Hart defeated Owen Hart in a cage classic match in 24 minutes 51 by a pinfall of victory roll. Bret Hart makes defense number 4 of his WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Owen Hart 87 and Bret Hart 89. No work improvements for the WWF Championship storyline. And we end that. That's just where the end closes off. An 84B. The show increased our popularity in 20 regions. I didn't realise we could increase in 20 regions. But there we go. Obviously, something's going on there. So Bret Hart, I'm going to give it to Bret. I'm going to give it to Owen. And I'm also going to give it to Stinger. Not Stinger. I'm going to give it to Vader because Vader was freaking awesome. Praise for great performance, praise for great performance, and praise for great performance will make the speech. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next episode of WWF 1994, where Monday Night Raw will make its classic return, and we'll find out who is going into Survivor Series and what we're building up for that show pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for